Hey, listen, salute to Brian Norman, okay? Because my man got a little bit more than I thought he had. He has serious power.
Yeah, country strong.
He country strong. A lot like we talked about Tiger. I don't know if he knows his identity. I don't know if he knows.
He's finding it.
He's finding it. I don't know if he knows it exactly, but he's able to do enough. And he just, like you said, he just kind of finds what's needed. Not like Bud. Like Bud would kind of, you see a switch and him find it.
They sparred years ago, and Brian apparently held his own.
Yeah, but with Brian, it's like, he's just able to find those touches and get it. And when he touch you, my man got some real power.
Yep. Yeah, he does. And, oh, man, I like Brian Norman.
Yeah.
You know what, Sean? Excuse the language. I fuck with Brian Norman.
Yeah, I do. You mess with him. I do.
I like. Yeah. He said that he's starting to just. He is not starting. He's just being himself now because he's got such a good personality that. And I asked him. I go, is part of that you having a nod to understanding you got to sell too? You got to fight to sell. It's not just fighting. He goes, no. Before I was doing that, and it was't me. Like now, this is me being me. Yeah, and this is what's selling now. Nice. This is what's getting people to come across.
Nice.
Man, a couple things I want to say about him, Sean. Like,
take your time.
For the fight itself, he adjusted. He was getting hit with the left hook early, and he said after the fight that the left hook didn't affect him. It didn't. Well, rewatch the tape, Brian. Your knees may have. Yeah. That. Can we get that look of Sean? Do we have it? Yeah. There you go. That look, right? Okay, but yeah, and he wasn't seeing the left hook in the first round or two, and Cuevas won that first round, and then Cuevas came over the top of his jab with a right hand.
Yeah,
and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
this guy is starting to hit you with both hands now. and
this ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah, what's going on? And Derek Cuevas looked at him at the end of the first round, like, now what? And Brian's like, let me go back to the corner, get this water. We'll see as we go. And Brian started to use his jab. Brian started to use his feet. I think at first he's like, oh, you punch hard and you want to rumble, let's rumble. But the guy was getting the better of it. So be smart, box a little bit. And he all of a sudden the feet started bouncing a little bit and the jab came out.
Yeah.
And he started to find answers. And then the main adjustment was he started to come over the top with the right hand just to leverage the power jab. That's a unique adjustment. And he won this fight by knockout off a power jab. I thought he changed it into a hook, but it was just like when Crawford knocked out Kell Brook. You may have mistaken it for a hook at first, but it was really just a power jab turned over a certain way. And that shows he has a sneaky good IQ and that he's learning in there and getting better at 24 years old. And the composure to not worry when early on Cuevas was kind of having his way. So I say all this to say the dude. So he fought it was a fun 3-round scrap, and he adjusted.
It actually was. Yeah.
And he outside of the ring, I sent you this before. He gave me, not me, he said instantly became one of my favorite quotes in boxing history. His dad after the fight is like, I want people to know you were hurting him with effing jabs.
Yeah.
And he goes, I hurt him with every Atlanta accent. Yeah. I hurt him with every punch that I hit him with. I actually hurt him with a feint one time.
I hurt him with a feint one time. He said, I saw his knees buckle when I fainted him. He said, for real, I seen his knees buckle when I fainted him.
That's gold. That's gold. This dude, like when Vince Carter would have a big dunk, it wasn't just the dunk, it was the expression.
It was everything. Yeah.
When he knocked out Santillan in San Diego, he like boogied on him. He did something. When he dropped...
He boogied on him one time. Then the next time he dropped him, he squatted down in front of him. And I was just like, dang, that's dirty.
Which would normally be like, wow, that's really disrespectful and unlikable. But he's likable.
Yeah.
And so I vibe with it.
Yeah, his energy is right. I do. I want to sing high praise because I've seen him before the Santillan fight, and I was just like, nothing's jumping off of the screen.
Yeah, I agree.
With the Santillan fight, it was like this build up. And it was like...
Well, because he did his... Apparently, he really held his own with Crawford and sparring, like Errol Spence with Floyd and sparring, and that was the buzz. And so now, okay, let me tune into the fight on ESPN, and it wasn't living up to that.
Right. And then, the Santillan was this build-up to what it ultimately ended up becoming. And for me, I had one eye on and one eye off of it until it started happening. I was like, oh snap!
He's doing the same.
Because this is Santillan, and I'm like, I'm big on Santillan, you know. There's still, you know, that power's jumping off the screen a little bit, but before the power, there isn't anything that's like really that eye-catching yet, you know. But like you said, man, he's what, 23?
24 now.
24 now,
Yeah.
so he's still got some room to grow, and coming around at the right time, you know. There's some hitters right there still at 47.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want people to think, oh, now I'm picking him to beat Boots. Like, no, I still give Boots. I would pick Boots against Norman, but I'd love to see if Boots can prevail against Stanionis. I'd love to see Norman fight Barrios, and if he can get past Barrios, I favor him against Barrios. I think Barrios would be piecing him up early, but I think Norman, and that as the fight goes on, that power, that Atlanta dog, Barrios is a dog too. I think he could wear Barrios down, and then we can get this for undisputed. You know, that's what I would like to see.
Well, hey man, salute to Brian Norman. That was a great night of boxing for him.
Yep.